All right, so today we're going to be talking about 5 signs someone is toxic and it's not you. Because there are some people in your life who are toxic and they gaslighters. They want to make you think it's you. You the toxic person. You the problem. And it's them the whole time. Woo! Word of the day is gaslighting. Because I saw the way y'all was looking. Some of y'all was looking when I said that word. Like, gaslighting. Yeah. So we're going to define it. Gaslighting is a form of psychological manipulation in which the abuser attempts to create self-doubt and confusion in the victim's mind. They are the source of what you're going through, but they're around you. Gaslighting is when your crackhead auntie or uncle steal your wallet or your check, and they come over later and help you look for it. Typically, gaslighters are seeking to gain power or control over the other person by distorting reality and forcing them to question their own judgment and their own intuition. Saying of the day, people inspire you or they drain you. Pick them wisely. This talk is for educational purposes only. It's not a substitute for professional guidance, advice, treatment, or diagnosis. If you or someone you know is experiencing a mental health crisis, substance use or abuse, or suicidal thoughts, dial 988. 988 is available 24/7 nationwide and staffed by trained crisis counselors with just a text or a call away. 5 signs someone is toxic and it's not you. Toxic people exhibit certain behaviors that have a negative effect on us, and they tend to upset society's balance by causing physical and emotional pain to other people. The effects of a toxic person can be detrimental to an individual due to their actions. You can be manipulated into thinking the toxic person is you and not them, but it is the other person that's toxic and not you. Number 1, they show manipulative behaviors, even if it's against somebody else. If they're manipulating other people, you better believe they're going to try to manipulate you. They show manipulative behavior. Manipulator is the second name of a toxic person. They're skilled in manipulation and use any means necessary to attain their goal. They will use blackmail, some pictures you sent them, a video you made, in confidence, in trust, because people in relationships oftentimes share videos with each other and pictures. And there are some people, they try to blackmail you with that. That's a manipulative person. You can actually, in some states, you can get arrested for that. They will use threats. They will use lies and lay guilt trips on you just to control you and turn the table. So it's something that they did, but they're going to flip it around and make you think it's you. So they turn the tables and put all the blame on you if you have a dispute. They'll take advantage of your friendship, your kindness, and your love and use it against you to get what they want. This is called emotional manipulation. Toxic people have ways to make their victims believe that they are the ones at fault. They know you love them, and they know they got a special place in your heart. So they don't mind calling you up and saying, I need to go to the hospital, and then hang up the phone. And then when you keep trying to call them back, they don't pick it up. That's manipulation. They will use you. They will use your kindness for weakness. Have you calling all over the place. You calling jails. You calling hospitals, trying to find out where they at. They not answering the phone. They know you worried about them. You got to take your power back. You got to put somebody in your life doing that. 5 signs someone is toxic and it's not you. You feel emotionally drained after talking with them. Because you can't be all things to everybody, man. And there are some people want to come and dump their stuff on you. Oh, don't think you're going to say, okay, he's like, I don't mind somebody dumping their stuff off on me because I'm just going to help them through their issues. They don't want your help. Don't try to give them a solution. Okay. Y'all ain't never had a person in your life that every time you try to give them a solution, they told you how it wasn't going to work and went back to complaining about it? Come on. That is draining. Somebody come to your house and you care about that person, and they talk about how much their kids are mistreating them. They talk about how they ain't happy with life no more. They don't like their job. They don't get along with their family. And they dump all of that on. What are you supposed to do? And then you say, okay, look, if you ain't really getting along with your mom, you ought to just call her up. Just say, I love you. I can't do that because she mean and she nasty. She ain't going to accept that. They don't want no answers or no solutions. They just want to take your energy and drain it. And then when they leave, you feel terrible. If you ain't aware of the hook, you won't even know why you feel that way. You would think it's something that's dealing with you. And it has your name ain't written on none of it. You just got through listening to somebody who wanted to have a pity party.
I got a sister like that.
Yeah.
And she called and
Yep, come on with it.
I said, hold on.
Come on with it.
And hang up on it.
Want to have a pity party.
And every time you try to give her a solution,
Go ahead.
find something wrong.
Come on, man.
So,
And when you give her a solution, she still don't want the solution. She just want to drain him.
but just say you can steal my joy.
They want, come on.
That's what I do. I just hang
They
up.
want to issue it out, man. That pain.
I learned how to
Give everybody a scoop of it. Because I feel bad. Misery loves company.
you don't make me do, man. I know,
Come on, man.
I know I hit that red button.
Come on, bro.
That click.
Talk to me. I'll get you right off the phone real quick. If you don't want my solutions, if you don't want my advice to help you get through these problems, don't call me with the bull crap, because I'm not here to co-sign no BS.
What are you calling?
Huh?
If you don't want to help, what are you calling?
Yes, exactly. That's the question. And the answer is to drain your energy. Why are you even calling?
Make you feel bad.
Right. And then if you don't listen to their stuff, if they using your kindness against you. So if you don't listen to their stuff, you feel bad. Man, I should have just sat on the phone and listened to them. Maybe they just needed somebody. They using your kindness against you. They're using your kindness against you. You feel emotionally drained after talking with them. Toxic people are like magnets that attract their victims and absorb all of their energy just by being in your company. They create a bubble of stress and negativity that sucks the victim inside. 5 signs someone is toxic and it's not you. Number 3, they always play the victim. Who is always in something, but they always the victim. If you always in something, you can't be the victim. You got to start looking at yourself. You in one argument, into another disagreement. You don't get along with those people. You don't get along with your neighbors. You don't get along with your kids. You don't get along with your friends. You don't get along with your parents. You need to start looking at yourself. Because it can't be everybody else. Some of us, man, we got relatives who talk about us like dogs. Talk about us like a dog. To get you on the phone and play the victim. Ain't nobody doing nothing to you. It's you doing stuff to everybody. They talk about everybody. If they ain't talking about nobody, they ain't happy. They not happy if they ain't gossiping about people's business. I used to wonder, like, why would this person gossip so much? I mean, they do it so much. And you done brought it to their attention so many times, yet they still do it. Because they get joy out of other people's pain. And that says something about you, that you get joy out of people's pain. Toxic people will not admit when they're wrong. They shift the blame onto someone else and paint themselves as the poor victim. Toxic people will argue that they did not pick the kids up because you didn't remind them. You see that? The victim? No. Toxic people will argue that they did not pick up the kids because you didn't remind them. Furthermore, if you're in an argument with a toxic person, your point of view will not be taken, and they make up lies or bring up your past to make you the toxic person and them the victim. If they can't lie on you, they'll bring your past up. Yep, to deal with something that they did just now, right now. That's how you know a toxic person. They try to distract you with some stuff from the past that you did, so you don't focus on what they're doing right now. Makes sense, don't it? They feel the urge to always be right, and they will use any means necessary to prove it. In fact, some toxic people are prepared to go to such lengths as filing a lawsuit over simple issues just to be seen as the one who is right. I've seen people on some of those shows over $500. And you think I'm finna go on Judge Joe Brown? Or what's the one who always cussing people out and calling them a crackhead? Backus. You think I'm finna go on there over $400 and get embarrassed? We can work it out, or you can have the $400. But some people just want to be right. It ain't that they just want to be right. They want to make you look bad in front of the world. Over $400. They want the world to see that they right. And if they can't do that, they'll call the police over something that's minor. So they can tell people, yeah, I had to call the police on him last night. You just standing out in the yard saying, you give me my clothes and you ain't gonna be doing this to me. Let me see my kids. Police pull up. Whoop, whoop. Like, really, you just call the police? But some people want to be right and make you the person who's in the wrong. And if they can get you arrested, guess what? You look bad. 5 signs someone is toxic and it's not you. Lack of apology. A toxic person can't apologize. They'll make excuses. but they won't apologize. Just like I said, they always play the victim, lack of apologies. Following my previous point, since toxic people think that they're always the ones in the right, therefore, there is no need for them to apologize. They will shift the truth by lying their way out of the situation before they apologize. And even if they do apologize, it will not be honest. I'm sorry I made you feel that way. That's my apology. I'm sorry you angry. I'm sorry that what I said made you cry. That's not an apology. Because it almost makes it seem like it's really your fault that you're crying and not mine. But I apologize that it's your fault. 5 signs someone is toxic and it's not you. Number 5, they don't care about boundaries. Toxic people do not care about boundaries. They break them all the time. People who respect you, they will respect your boundaries. They don't care about boundaries. Toxic people are happy to step over boundaries and they'll easily invade personal space. Ignore your wishes, use and take your things without asking. Toxic people will use and take your stuff without asking. Barge into your home like they own it and start giving orders. And volunteer you for things without asking you first. In conclusion, we should have a closer look at the members of our social circle to determine if they are toxic or not. Everyone deserves to have people who are supportive and loving and not discouraging and hateful. Toxic people can often be identified by their key signs. So here are the key signs of how you can discover if a person is toxic or not. Manipulative behavior, that's a sign. They drain you, playing the victim, lack of apologies, and a lack of boundaries. Those are all the things that we said. Any questions, concerns, or comments? Because I like that.
That seems like,
Bro.
Oh, they gonna like, oh, see it to your family.
Yeah.
You know, family is the most one that you
Yep. And you know what, man? They don't know no better. I'm not making no excuses for them, but a lot of times before you got this, you didn't know no better. You don't know what you don't know. You know what I'm saying? So we've been learning since we've been in here, learning this stuff, but you got to remember, you didn't know this stuff before you came in here. It was never thought about. It was never even broken down like this for us. You know, so our families, if they had the information, they could change. They don't mean they're going to change, but if they had the information, at least they have an opportunity to change. But you don't know what you don't know, and that's why I say that all the time. So it's not about taking this and then I'm gonna hate my family. If anything, you want to give this to your family, or if you can't give it to them, the best thing you can do is leadership by example. Model it for them, so they see the change in you.
all that stuff that you just said,
Yeah.
I get it.
Okay.
I didn't even realize.
I've done it.
To now.
Bro, I've done this in my life.
I didn't realize.
I've been this person, bro. And be honest with you, I ain't trying to expose nobody, but all of us have been. Unless you Jesus Christ. And I don't think any of us are. So the question becomes like, how do we change it? And this is how we change it. By discussing it and by talking about it and bringing it up. Because we never had this in school, man. Every little kid should get personal development for the first half hour of their day. See how we do this in the first few hours of your day and how it makes a difference? Imagine being a young kid with a long life ahead of you. Look at us, man. How old are you? Because you're the youngest person here. 22. He just turned 22, so he was 21. So we got people as young as 22 up to 85 in here. And just imagine that, man. People from 22 to 85 see value in learning this. Somebody 85 years old says, you know what? I didn't know that. I see value in that. Somebody who was 22 say, you know what? I didn't know that. I see value in that. You see what I'm saying? Just imagine what kids would say. Because they don't know what they don't know either.